So I'm going to write a compare and contrast paragraph about my box composter that I've been researching and my bin composter that I've been researching. I shared this compare and contrast anchor chart with you along with a couple others. For me, this one's the most useful, right? It's got some words I can use for my intro. I've got some language for my similarities, and I've got some language for my differences, and also conclusions. So there's like a ton of information here that I can use. So I'm going to use this one. So let's see. I have to compare and contrast these two composters. So I kind of like the way this starts. Did you know that? Hmm. Or how about even have you ever, right? I think I like that better. Have you ever have you ever made compost? Hmm. If not, or I'm going to say if you want to, you will need to choose the right composter, right? So I gave an intro, and now I can start talking about how there's the different composters, right? Um, let's see. A box a box and bin composter. A box, I'm gonna change that a little. A box composter and a bin composter have many similarities and differences. Okay, so there's my intro, right? If you ever made compost, if you want, you got to choose the right composter. And now I can talk about how the box composter and the bin composters have similarities and differences. So I'm going to start with my similarities first. Let's see. Both composters have, let's see, what do they have in common? I'm actually going to jump over into my Venn diagram. What do they both have in common? Well, they both have good airflow, and they both keep compost inside. I'm going to stick with the airflow thing. All right. Both composters have really good airflow. Uh, airflow, and both composters have really good airflow. Yeah, both composters have really good airflow, and honestly, that's like really the only similarity I found. I mean, they both keep compost inside. That's pretty obvious. I don't think I need to talk about that. I'm just gonna stick with that. Both composters have really good airflow. However, there are many more differences. Now, here's where I'm going to get into my differences. And how can we start it? One difference is, let's stick with that. One difference is the materials. Okay, so this is like a whole category I'm going to talk about, the materials. So I've got this one and I've got this one, right? What's the difference in the materials? Well, this one's, plastic, solid, not easily broken. This one's easy to rot. So let's see. One difference is the materials. The box composter is made of heavy duty plastic that will not break easily. On the other hand, the bin composter is made of wood and will rot quick. Okay, so there's one difference, right, is the materials. What's another difference I can talk about? Let's get the Venn diagram real quick. What's another important difference? So I talked about the plastic. How about well, I see this thing about the top and the no top. I think I could probably talk about the animal protection, right? Animal protection. Another difference is how well protected your compost will be from animals. The box composter has solid walls and a lid. However, the bin composter has no top, and animals can easily get through the sides. Okay, so what difference do I have? I've got one difference is the materials, right? The box is made of plastic, the other one's made of wood. Another difference is animal protection, right? The box composter has solid walls and a lid. However, the bin composter has no top and animals can get into the sides. One more difference. A final difference is, let's see, what else can I talk about? I talked about animal protection, so that's done. Animal protection. How about I talk about water flow? Water flow. So we've got, let's see, a little water is gonna get in. You've got to lift the lid and water it. Here I got water's easily gonna flow in, but it's gonna evaporate, right? So a final difference is water flow. The box, let's see, water will have a hard time flowing into the box. If it rains, the lid will keep water out. Let's see. Let's see. The bin composter, on the other hand, is totally open. Water can easily flow in. However, right, I want to talk about how it can like evaporate on a hot day. However, water will easily evaporate on a hot day because there is no lid. On the other hand, the box composter will keep the water in. Will keep more water in because of the lid. Okay. So now I need a conclusion. Let's see. In conclusion, to summarize, as you can see. So I'm going to go with as you can see. As you can see, the box and bin composters are very different from each other. Okay. So, have you ever made compost? I got my intro. Let's see. Similarities. A box and bin composter have many similarities and differences. Both, that's a key word that tells me it's a similarity, right? Both composters have really good airflow. However, there are more differences, right? One difference is the materials. The box composter is made of heavy-duty plastic that will not break easily. On the other hand, the bin composter is made of wood and will rot quickly. Another difference is how well protected your compost will be from animals. The box composter has solid walls and a lid. However, right, you notice these words. The bin composter has no top, and animals can easily get through the sides. A final difference is water flow. Water will have a hard time flowing into the box composter. If it rains, the lid will keep water out. All right, water can easily flow in. However, water will easily evaporate on a hot day because there is no lid. The box composter will keep more water in because of the lid. As you can see, the box composter and bin composter are very different from each other. Okay, so that's kind of how I would write my paragraph. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to highlight transition words and keywords, and I'll put them in the stream for you to look at. All right.